Today's case takes us to London, where a simple argument between two teenage girls turned into an unimaginable tragedy, one that left the dad heartbroken, a community stunned, and a young life cut short. This is the story of a 16-year-old Julie Sheriff, a bright and beautiful girl from Sierra Leone, who was brutally attacked with something most of us would never use as a weapon, a pintail comb. Let's get into it. Julie Sheriff was born in Sierra Leone, West Africa. Her family had lived through the horrors of war and hardship, but in 2006, her dad, Raouf Sheriff, decided to bring her to the UK for a better life. He had once been a cop back home and hoped that moving to London would give Julie the safety and opportunity she deserved. Julie was known as bright, bubbly, and full of life. Someone who brought light to every room she entered. But beneath that new beginning, trouble was brewing. Raouf noticed that some of the girls Julie had befriended were not a good influence. He warned her, but like many teenagers, she believed things would be fine. Unfortunately, his fears soon became reality. One of those girls was Rebecca Douglas, a troubled teen who had a violent and unstable upbringing. According to court reports, tension had been building between the two girls for some time, fueled by gossip, social media messages, and jealousy over boys. Raouf even recalled an incident where a group of girls, including Rebecca, showed up at their home, throwing stones, shouting threats, and promising to kill Julie. He called the police, but nothing was done. Months later, that inaction would prove fatal. You see, on May 7, 2011, Julie was walking through South London when she crossed paths with Rebecca. Witnesses said the two exchanged heated words before Rebecca pulled a metal-handled pintail comb from Julie's own hair and stabbed her in the head with it. The comb pierced deep into Julie's brain. One witness described the sound as being like when you kill a goat back home.
Well, the case that culminated here today began as a row between two teenage girls, both of them 15 at the time, who, the court heard, had an active dislike for each other. Now, when they both came together outside a parade of shops in Battersea, that dislike turned to violence.
A beautiful, bubbly girl killed by a wicked, senseless attack. The words of Ralph Sheriff, father of Julie, who died of a single blow to the temple from this. Detectives say the steel and plastic pintail comb was thrust with such force that the shaft bent out of shape, wielded by Rebecca Douglas, then aged 15, who'd argued with Julie Sheriff over messages sent on a mobile phone.
The attack really just started as words and an argument, a sort of teenage argument, but it quickly escalated out of control, and Rebecca Douglas got hold of the comb belonging to Julie and stabbed her in the head. And she seemed to show no remorse at the time. She just walked off down the street and didn't, she threw the comb, got her handbag off someone else and walked off down the street. And then she...
Like an everyday thing?
An everyday thing.
At his salon in Knightsbridge, Junior Green and his staff can't believe a cheap tool of the trade used for separating hair for highlights could be quite so deadly.
It's used mainly to weave hair through before you put the foils in, so I wouldn't understand why she'd have that in her bag.
And it's not a kind of fashion accessory, it's not cool to have those?
No, not at all.
Julie was taken to the hospital, and for nearly 5 months, she received treatment. Her dad visited her every single day, even walking miles because he couldn't afford transportation. He said seeing his daughter lying motionless left him extremely depressed, and he often questioned whether moving to the UK had been a mistake. Tragically, on September 21st, 2011, Julie passed away from her injuries. She was just 16 years old. Rebecca was arrested the day after the attack, and when police searched her phone, they found a chilling message she had sent to a friend.
Some girl that I hate, I actually hate her with passion, and I kind of stabbed her, and now, everyone on their BB and on their BB, and I'm just on the bus, I was on the bus, and then some girls were like, apparently some black girl got stabbed in Junction, that everyone knows about it. I'll actually go to the hospital and I'll flipping suffocate her.
At trial, prosecutors said the attack stemmed from malicious gossip, two young girls arguing about rumors and boys. The court heard how the comb, worn as a hair accessory, was turned into a lethal weapon. The judge even warned parents about the danger of such items, calling it as deadly as a stiletto knife.
Well, the judge here at the Old Bailey wanted to draw particular attention today to this, the kind of pintail comb used in this dreadful offence. He said, on the one hand, it's a fashion accessory, a piece of beauty kit, but on the other, it can be a killing instrument as effective as a stiletto knife. And he wants parents of young girls to be particularly aware of just what damage this kind of comparatively innocent piece of beauty kit can do.
Rebecca, who was just 15 years old at the time of the attack, was found guilty of murder and sentenced to detention for a minimum of 10 years, the juvenile equivalent of life in prison. For Julie's dad, justice was never truly served. He described the sentence as a betrayal. He felt like the system failed him, both when police ignored his earlier warnings and when his daughter's killer received what he believed was a lenient punishment. Raouf said, "Why only 10 years when there was no remorse? She really planned to kill my daughter." He was heartbroken, financially struggling, and alone, relying on food banks and the kindness of friends just to survive while grieving. He told reporters, "The flashbacks are always difficult for me. When I think about her, it's like a stab in the heart."
My life is not the same as it used to be, especially when I think about how Julie was before her death. My younger daughter, Favor, still asks me where her sister is and still makes me break down and cry. I almost feel that it was me who stabbed her. The result of seeing my beautiful, bubbling, brilliant daughter bedridden in a vegetated state has left me extremely depressed. This was made worse when we are unable to view Julie's body at the funeral due to the delays caused by the manner of her death. Culturally and emotionally, I and the family and friends needed to see Julie one last time. This has caused Julie's mother, who still lives in Sierra Leone, terrible problems, which have stopped her being able to deal with Julie's death. She was not allowed to leave the country to attend the funeral, and she too wonders at the wisdom of Julie's coming here for a better life. We both cared and loved our daughter and hope she will make us proud parents. This was the child we bore and hope would be a great person. I am emotionally, physically, and psychologically traumatized by the whole incident. I have aches and pains and suffer sleeplessness, which leaves it difficult for me to concentrate. Things that used to give me pleasure and interested me now leave me feeling guilty. I have lost my self-confidence. I am constantly tired, and I have been left permanently sad with suicidal thoughts when I think of my daughter's death. I hope the justice body presiding over my daughter's case can understand the pain caused to Julie's mother, who was unable to attend the funeral and attend the court. The attack on my daughter was a wicked, savage and senseless attack, which not only took my daughter's life, but deprived me and my entire family, and this will always hurt me. I would like to thank all those who have supported me in many diverse ways. Finally, I pray for my daughter's innocent soul to rest in peace. Now that I have seen and heard and witnessed the case, I will confirm to say yes, her blood is in the hands of the killer. You will always be remembered in my life, because nothing can fill the vacuum you've left in my heart. Sleep and take care, rest, Julie. Till we meet again.
Today, over a decade later, Rebecca Douglas has had her case referred to the parole board, reopening old wounds for the Sheriff family. This case is a haunting reminder of how quickly anger and jealousy can destroy lives. A father's dream of giving his daughter a better life ended in tragedy. A young girl's life was taken far too soon, and all over gossip and pride. Julie Sheriff's story deserves to be remembered for the hope she once carried. That's all for today's episode of Melanin Mysteries. Do you think justice was served? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so more people can hear Julie's story. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Melanin Mysteries.